Hello there boys and girls, welcome to Scottish Geeks. It's time to talk about Doctor Who again. This was Series 9, Episode 5, The Girl Who Died. Please note there will be spoilers in this review. I will not be putting up images or videos from it like other folk do because, you know, what's the point? This is just a talky thing. Anyway, so we start off the episode with Clara's in trouble again. Yes, as per usual, Clara is always in trouble. She never seems to listen to what the Doctor says, but that does bite her in the ass later on. We will get round to that shortly. But we discovered about a new type of creature from the spider mines, I think it was, called a love sprite. So called because it sucks your brains out of your mouth. Now the Doctor, of course, rematerialises the TARDIS perfectly around them and then manages to get love sprite guts on his shoe. So he goes outside into a forest and he meets some Vikings as he's trying to wipe stuff off his boot. Anyway, so, but then the Vikings come up and he's like, I've got fantastic technology. They take the sonic sunglasses and and the whole world rejoices. No more sonic sunglasses. We are rid of those bastards forever. Moving on. So we go back to the theme tune and they got rid of last week's theme tune. Now, why? I really liked the new theme tune. I love the guitar in it. It just set it off so well. So we're back to the normal blah theme tune, whatever, without the guitar in it. And I really hope they bring that theme tune back, the guitar one. Now later on we see the Doctor using something he hasn't used for quite a while. Now I'm not sure if it was the second or the third Doctor that had the yo-yo, but he uses a yo-yo to unlock his cuffs. How did he do that? It's the Doctor. He just does these things. My hands are flapping about for some reason. I don't know why. Now, at one point the Doctor was talking to all the Vikings that were sitting around him and he sounded a little bit like Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Possibly just me hearing things, but you know, whatever. So all of a sudden he decides to lie to these Vikings and he says, I am Odin, and then all of a sudden up in the sky, who should appear but an image of Odin? We all know that it's not really Odin, but the people don't, they think it's real, and he invites them to go to Valhalla, and of course Valhalla is just a spaceship where apparently these guys get mashed up into tasty juice, which yeah, They get drank basically, the testosterone and whatnot. Can't even talk properly just now. Now Clara really needs to start listening because the Doctor said don't move, they're looking for the strongest. So what does Clara do? She goes over and finds someone so she can unlock her cuffs. Could she not have just waited? For fuck's sake. But you know, as exposition does, it's all part of the plot. She had to go up there so she could discover what kind of creatures it was, etc, etc. A big waspy faced teethy things with big sharp nasty pointy teeth. I'm channeling Monty Python there, I don't know why. There was mild undertones of Eric the Viking during the entire episode. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show. Probably some of you, most of you are probably too young to remember Eric the Viking. It was a fantastic film. Look it up. If you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it. It was really funny. So yes, mashed warriors, tasty treats. Yes, but nobody seems to listen to the Doctor at all these days, but the Doctor decides to train the Vikings to fight after finding out that the baby was upset, and you know, apparently babies laughing is singing, you know, that's how they sing to you. So anyway, he tries to train them, he gives them fantastic names like Lofty and Heidi. I love Heidi. Heidi's got the beard. Heidi is terrified of the sight of blood, and after a brief sort of flash through of them getting trained how to fight, we find Lofty on his back and Heidi on his back. Apparently Lofty banged his head and then Heidi saw a bit of blood and fainted. Now Heidi is absolutely afraid of even the word blood. He faints every time he hears it. But yeah. So anyway, we're moving along. We discover that we discover that the baby has been trying to help them out all the time with fire and water and everything like that. The Lofty, the blacksmith, as he is now apparently known, it's his baby, and the baby's singing about electric eels, so they decide to, yep, eels up inside you, find it in inches where they can. Boring through your mind, through your tummy, through your anus. Yes, so anyway, so they bring up this really elaborate plan on how to defeat the aliens. The Maya, is it Maya? I think it's Maya, I'm not entirely sure. And the Doctor does this thing where he gets a puppet and all that, and they get a helmet off of one of the guys, and then he goes, he's reversing the polarity of the neutron flow, which is a classic Doctor line. I think that's from the third Doctor. I'm pretty sure that's from the third Doctor. Anyway, so they eventually get the aliens to go away, and they recorded the whole thing because they were scared of a puppet which came out as a sea serpent. The only time that Maisie Williams has been in anything with anything slightly resembling a dragon in the first thing she's been in it. Boy, God. Well, anyway, and I'm sorry, Maisie Williams, those eyebrows are amazing. So they show the alien the recording, and they use the Benny Hill theme tune on it. Now, I didn't actually think they were going to do that, but that was fantastic fun. And yeah, so we move along, and apparently Shielda, that's Maisie Williams' character, she died because the Doctor used her basically as a battery to project these images into the alien's head, sending them off. So she died, but the Doctor goes away, and he's really upset about the whole thing, but then he sees himself in a barrel of water where the eels were, and he starts to realise where he found his face, why he chose that face. Now, the face was from him when he was at the fires of Pompeii. He was a completely different character whose name escapes me right now, but he suddenly realises though that he is the Doctor. You know, what a great thing to say, you know. So he says every week. You know, I was hoping there would be something a bit more to that than that, or I was hoping maybe he'd go back to Pompeii and meet his other self, basically. But yeah, so he remembers that, and he remembers that he's there to help people and things like that, and to hell with ripples in time and tidal waves, etc, etc. So he basically makes Shielda immortal. Essentially, he puts some nanotech into her body, and it makes her essentially immortal. And then hands over another one for who would be your lover. And then he talks about how lonely it is being immortal, of where it's not that you get to live forever, it's that you get to watch everyone die. Wow, morbid. So anyway, that's where the episode ended, and the next week's episode section came up, but I guess you probably saw that for yourself, and I'm not going to talk about that episode till that actually happens. All in all, a very good episode, and I was thinking to myself, finally, a self-contained episode. I would give this one a solid 9 out of 10, purely for the comedy, and for the final section of it with the fart noise. You can never go wrong with a fart noise. And the Benny Hill theme tune, obviously. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Oh, one last thing. Sonic sunglasses are making a comeback. I was so happy when he broke them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please do comment below on what you thought of the episode. Let me know if there was anything I missed, and I'll catch you next time. But until then, bye bye.